So, Five Tides, this is day 312, a little bit longer cut here in terms of what's going on. So, I've come to the conclusion that every day I've got to try as best I can to do these kind of posts, whether to post them onto YouTube, post it onto Instagram, and try to post it onto TikTok. I have the funny suspicion that TikTok at some point is just not going to be a thing anymore because there's no way that Trump's going to be able to keep pushing for it to what has he been doing? Writing the whatever those things, stretching the deadline for it to be put under. So I think I'm trying to. I don't want to throw all my eggs into that basket in terms of creating content and stuff. So I'm really trying to focus also on YouTube. And in case anyone cares why, obviously because this is a print-on-demand type of business where I don't, again, have any of the stock. I go through Printify for that. The Google Merchant Center doesn't really approve of that, apparently, because I don't have anything here. So I'm not a real merchant, according to Google. So they consider me it's like misrepresentation or violation of whatever their policies are, which is ridiculous because TikTok, Facebook, Microsoft, they have no issues. Bing, although, 1 out of 100 uses Bing, but whatever. None of them have issues with it. And I would trust somebody that uses the print on demand because the stuff is going to get made. I mean, ultimately, you've just paid for something that is getting made by a massive company that has the product there. If you're trying to order something on a smaller shop, there's still a chance that they're saying the stock is available, but it very well might not be available. I mean, how is Google really going to know? How is Google really going to know? How would they know? How would they know a small retailer has 2 garments versus 5, right? There's literally no way that they could truly. Were they going to send a Google rep in and do? And go around and be like, okay, we're here because you posted online that you have 10 t-shirts and we're only seeing that you have 8 of these t-shirts. There's nothing what does it matter whether they have the physical item or don't have the physical item, right? Because you could lie in terms of what you have available. And I'm sure some places when they sell out of something, even though they would continue to have people make the purchase, because if they're making the purchase, then they just would be able to go out and print the graphic again if they needed to fulfill the order. The other thing is that with Printify, it's all systematic. Like, you place the order, it goes to them, they print it, they package it, and they ship it. It's so seamless. When you go through a smaller shop, not like Macy's or like a Target or something like that, but when you go through a smaller place, like, you place the order and maybe they're also like, they have the actual blank t-shirts, could be like a Comfort Colors, which is what we use, or Bella Canvas, or whatever it is. They've got the blank shirt. And then they got to do the graphic itself, right? So they could be telling Google, like, hey, we have X amount of these blank white shirts. We have 52 of them. We have 52 small white blank shirts. So to Google, it's like they have that on hand. But then they got to go and do the graphic. Well, there's always a chance the quality's not going to be there. There's always a chance that the shipment doesn't go out when you think it would. And with Printify, you will know when the order was placed. There's a message that gets sent to you. When they are preparing the order, like when it's being shipped, and when it was shipped, like when it's on its last stretch, whether it's coming from USPS or whatever. Every step of the way, because I've ordered over 30 different products, every single one, it's like I am notified all the way to the very end, which is great. I know exactly what's happening. And it gives me this contact information the entire way. So if there's an issue, obviously I'd be contacting myself, but you could contact yourself. I mean, the person. Now, if a smaller place, how many times have you're going to try to call a shop? There's usually no one's going to pick up the phone, Or you send an email to their info. Well, they won't get back to you within 24 to 48 hours or whatever it is. You know, there's no difference. So hopefully with me doing videos on YouTube, it will help legitimize more of the business model that I have here, and hopefully it'll allow me to place some products and get some stuff going on with Google, because that's really where I think my market niche is that type of clientele. I don't know if the TikTok shopper is really the type of clientele that would be going after the stuff that I'm generating in terms of graphics, but maybe. Anyway, that's what this is. Thank you for listening again. This is Five Tides Day 312, and tomorrow hopefully I'll actually have some stuff that I've been able to design, but I don't know, because as I was talking and I just got a text messages from one of my employees, they're not going to be coming in because they're not feeling well, so it looks like because it's going to be 95 degrees out tomorrow, my day is going to be full. So very likely not going to be able to make any designs again tomorrow, but I'll try my best.